All right, welcome back, Lots of Quest Barbecue Show. Today, butter chicken. Yeah, it's an Indian staple. Who doesn't love a great butter chicken? I've had it from coast to coast, from Vancouver to Toronto to Brampton to Mississauga to London, England, and the Brick Lane. And in fact, it's so common, the chef whose recipe I'm going to borrow from actually doesn't serve it in his restaurant, Vij. And if you're into Indian food, Vij's restaurants in Vancouver, I never miss an opportunity to go. Now, that being said, he doesn't cook a butter chicken, he doesn't serve it, because as he says in this great cookbook, right there, check that cookbook out, his cookbook, he basically says, listen, I don't want to serve it there, it's too common, lots of people make a great one, but here's a recipe. So we're going to be making Vij's butter chicken. I gotta say, as I've said, I've had a lot of butter chicken in a lot of different places. This is my favorite butter chicken recipe. It's super easy, won't take long, bunch of ingredients, go into a pot, get your chicken, cut it up, and you got amazing butter chicken. So don't forget to click the subscribe button. I always, sometimes, not always, but sometimes I forget to ask. And by all means, thanks for subscribing. We've got lots of great comments coming in. I hope you're enjoying the show. Let me know what you'd want to cook as your last meal. This one's pretty high on my agenda, I tell you. This makes a consistently fantastic meal. We're going to cook some on the Crown Verity. No Yoder. I don't like the smoke flavor in this, but I like a nice grilled flavor. All that being said, let's get started. All right, let's get started. Well, first things first, let's fire up our barbecue stove. There we go. And we'll start with some cooking oil. I'm using canola here, but you can use whatever you like. Sunflower, great, but this is canola oil. So we'll let that get a little bit warm. Now maybe while we're doing that, while that's coming to temp actually, let's cut our chicken. I do like to cut them in half because it just makes them, ooh, do you hear that? Glove fart. And it just makes for easy prep, and when you want to be biting and eating into the morsels of chicken, you don't want them that thick. You want them kind of thinner. Hey, check these gloves out, eh? No Cry is what they're called. I'll put a link in the show notes. And apparently, through the wonders of science, they're tougher than leather, resist cuts, because I'm going to do some cutting of the chicken. And you can actually wash them as soon as you use them. So in this case, though, because I'm using chicken, I'm actually going to cover the gloves up with a disposable glove, so I don't, actually have to wash them too, and that works as well. So all I'm going to do with the chicken, I'm going to cut them in half, basically. And again, I'm cutting them in half because the current thickness is just really too thick. Of course, the other benefit is they're going to cook up a lot quicker. Then I'm going to put maybe a little salt on them, but that's it. Really, the flavor comes in the sauce. Oh, looks like we're ready to go. In fact, a little too much ready to go, so let's move that off the heat a bit. That became a party quick, right? Let's throw those in. So in goes a little garlic. Let me just turn this down a bit. And we'll let that cook for a bit. Now we add in our tomato paste. That creates our base. Now this goes on low once you get your garlic going, so I put it on very low with just the heat in the pan and the heat on the grill, and that's doing actually quite a nice job. Nice, nice, nice. And then we start adding in our seasoning. So let's start doing that. We've got kosher salt. We have cayenne pepper. We have garam masala. We have coriander. We have turmeric. There we go. And last but not least, we have cumin. And there it goes. There it goes. There's our spices. So let's mix that in. Beautiful. That's coming together. Give it as low setting as I can get. There we go. All right. It's a camping show now. It's a camp and cooking show now. All right. Now, so you want to cook that up and let that go for about 3-4 minutes. And let all those fragrances come together. Your prep to plate is 45 minutes. A lot of prep in terms of finding the right spices. But really, it is a fairly quick meal once it comes together. Okay, funny story. I ordered these from Lee Valley Tools, and I thought they were full size. I'm like, what a deal. 10 of these things full size or whatever I paid for it. Well, it turned out to be these smaller kind of portion cups. They hold about a quarter, half cup of whatever. And I love them because it allows you to portion out stuff and have it ready. I'll put the link in the show notes. Oh, and by the way, speaking of links in the show notes, my friends at Ensemble have given me a special coupon for all of you viewers. 5% off in addition to the 20% off. They're taking orders for their second run. They actually sold out of their product. So if you went to buy a set of Ensemble today, you would be out of luck, but they're doing a second run, and they're having a deal right now, and there'll be a code in the show notes, and you'll get an extra 5% off. I can't recommend these pots enough. So many benefits, you know, the stackability, the lids, they're just great pots. I mean, they just cook up and clean up like a dream. All right, we're about where I want that to be. So now we add in 1.5 cups of water and 1.5 cups of 35% cream. There we go. If you're just asking, where's the butter? There's actually no butter chicken in butter chicken. There's no butter in butter chicken. Isn't that funny? So we're actually going to turn this off, and we'll just let that sit and relax. And that's it. We might warm it up. It's probably going to hold some good temperature, but let's get our chicken onto the Crown Verity. You can see still not really spring temperature. There's the Crown Verity. All right, I think we get some of that snow. Yeah, we had a sudden snowfall. There's a doggo. Ziggy. Anyway, let's fire up the Crown Verity, melt all this, and get the chicken on. Okay, after a minute, the Crown Verity is already up to, what do we got, 500 degrees. So let's open it up. Oh, we got a little bit of food left on there from the last cook, and look what I got. Look what I found. My wooden barbecue brush. Let's throw some water on here. Clean off this grill surface. You know, the steam actually works really well to clean it off. There used to be a product called a Grill Daddy. Yes, that's right. Who's your Grill Daddy? And it infused water as it cooked. Now you got to watch out because that steam that's coming up is super hot, but it does a nice job of cleaning off the grill grates. And of course, this thing's been soaking, so it's nice and moist as well. There we go. Winter cooking, man. Winter barbecue. There we go. We're all set. All right, well, let's get our chicken on. So these pieces, again, I just cut in half so they will not take too long to cook. I'm not going to cook them over this kind of direct heat for long, by the way. I'm just going to start them on here, and then I'll turn off the direct heat. All right, now let's turn off the main burners underneath here. Let's close her up. Let that get cooking. All right, we're probably about halfway through here. These thin pieces of chicken coming along nicely. I think they are ready for a flip. There we go. Let's flip them over. Now to finish, I'm going to put them on the hot side of the grill, but this is the way I cook the chicken in direct heat, basically, to make it both well cooked, juicy, but it will give it some flavor with a bit of heat. Come on, you. We're good. Now I brought my sauce here on my lid, and I got my handle. Let's do a quick temp check on the chicken while we're here. 140. Okay, perfect. So let's close that up. Keep on grilling. All right, these are now coming up closer to temperature, so I want to put these, where are we at? Yeah, for sure. I want to put these on direct heat now. Add some smokiness to them. Obviously, there's not a lot of seasoning on this chicken, but I'm going to put it on direct heat. Some of it's already done, so I'll put that closer to the front. And then I've also moved my sauce just about halfway in, just to keep it warm. It's already pretty warm. You can see the steam. That's good. I want it close by. And then we're also going to cook up some naan today. We are almost right at temperature, so I'm going to take this handle off. Again, I love this cool touch lid function. So let's now pair of scissors, pair of tongs, and start cutting up pieces of our chicken into the amazing sauce. As you can see, we've added some nice grill marks, some beautiful color onto the chicken without it being overcooked or dry. Look at those, look at that color, right? Isn't that beautiful? And we'll put that in bite-sized morsels. This makes enough butter chicken for probably four people, maybe even 6 with rice, but we love the leftovers, so it never goes to waste. Certainly in this house, and it won't last for a few days in the fridge, and in fact absorbs even more of the flavor. All right, there we go. All our chicken is in. Let's give that a stir. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Let's turn the temperature down over here. We don't really want to cook it more, but we do want to keep it warm enough just for a few minutes. Got some store-bought naan, but it's really good. I think I get it at Costco. We've added some butter on top, and we'll just throw this in for a couple of minutes. I'm notorious for cooking this for too long, so this one's one you really gotta watch, particularly as the butter starts to flame up. Maybe someday, maybe I'll get a green egg and then I'll make my own naan bread on the inside of a green egg. I hear that works well, but don't have a green egg yet or Kamado Joe. If any of those organizations are listening, yeah, I could use one of those. You've already got a little bit of burnt patch at the back, so this one moves pretty quick. You gotta be vigilant. All right, these naan are looking done. So let's put that on a plate. There we go. Some beautiful homemade naan. Homemade, store-bought naan, but made at home. It's really good, actually. So, and here is our butter chicken. Put that on a beautiful bed of basmati rice and enjoy.